Need you for the old me. Need you for my sanity.
Hello everyone, Callie Storm Doll here, and today I'm answering some subscribers' questions who saw me feature some of these dolls in my Billie Eilish review. Because Billie Eilish is based off of a human, I brought out my more humanoid dolls, the dolls that kind of look like real people. So these four are very interesting dolls. Before I get into these three, I'm going to talk about this one. This guy is actually from World Peacekeepers. So if anyone's familiar with that doll company, he's from them. He's dressed a little differently because I was using him for a home invasion movie that I was creating. So I'm going to show you guys their bodies and everything like that. I'm also going to let you get a close-up of everyone's face so you can really see why I consider these humanoids. You can see that if you look close enough, you can see the color in their eye. You can see a lot more sculpting and detail went into it to make him look his ethnicity, unlike some more of the basic doll lines that we do get. So that's this guy. Now I'm also going to talk about this one because this is a figure that I got from my ex boyfriend. This was a figure he had, and I begged him for it, and he gave it to me. This is based off of a game series. Now, the only thing I really liked about this figure was his head sculpt. As you can see, I'm going to try to get closer so you can see the details the way I see it. You can see they have scarring at the top of his head, which is connected to the character. They have his facial hairs. I'm just going to sit that down so I can stay focused. His facial hairs, the inside of his earlobes. So for the past couple of years, it's been my intention to get him a body because right now he's in the suit and it's not like a costume. At one point, I thought it was just a costume that I could take the armor off, but no, that's his body. So I've been wanting to get him a body for some time, but I just haven't yet. Now these two, let's talk about this one first. This is how this whole journey got started with collecting these humanoid male dolls. I was on eBay one day and I believe I was just looking for a boy doll. It could have been Barbie, it could have been anyone, but I think I just needed a boy doll. And this guy came up. Now, he was only $13 and it came from China. But I didn't know that it was only his head. So yes, with the two I'm about to introduce, him and then the Asian character, the Asian character right here behind him, it was only their heads. That's why they were so cheap, and I had to do hunting for a body. So I'm going to talk about that too. I'm just going to show you his face again, and you can actually see where they give the gloss to the eyes. I hope my camera's getting this so you guys can see. They actually give gloss effects to their eyes so that they look like real people. So online, the face for this guy was named Jake Gyllenhaal. So this was supposed to look like actor Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't think it looks like him. I think he's very handsome, but he's not giving me Jake. I put this shirt on him and these pants, and we're going to go over his body because you can see his arms have veins and things like that. This is a separate body I purchased in the hopes that it would match. Now the next one I want to talk about, the fourth guy in this collection who I love so much, and it's so crazy because I went through a little trouble to get this head sculpt, which is the Asian male head sculpt. So the designer told me I purchased this head sculpt for like the same amount, like $13, because I always thought that the head came with the bodies in the pictures, but they don't. Now I know that you have to ask, will the body be included? So I purchased this head. Then the owner contacted me and said he was all out. I said, oh no. I said I really had my heart set on this. I said him being in my collection, I had plans around. So the owner said give him a month. I waited a month. Mind you, I already paid, so I thought I kind of got scammed. You notice that it's black and browns painted through. Yes. So I thought I was completely scammed. I'm scammed, but he actually contacted me back. He said he created, I don't know how, but he made a head sculpt for me, and I was just like, oh my god, really, for $13? It was so sweet. But he either found one or made it, and I was very thankful. Now, he did not come like the Jake Gyllenhaal character. Nope. So let me back up just a little bit. So Jake Gyllenhaal, as you can see, is a head. He was a head that just came in the packaging like that, right? So the guy, by him either making it or getting this made, his whole neck is connected to the face, which brought up a different set of problems. So let's get into the bodies. I won't really be talking too much about this guy again. I mean, maybe at the end I'll show you guys him again, but I need to invest in him a body. But I will show you that he is highly articulated. I mean, everything's good. Like, it's very, very highly detailed. But I just want him to have a normal body so I can put him in some of my projects. So let's look at the World Peacekeeper. So underneath, you can see that their bodies is really, really athletic, and you can see it's kind of like ball joints, which adds to the flexibility. They have double jointed hinges. I don't believe they have real hands, at least mine doesn't. He only has the gloved hands. I would have to buy real hands for him. And I believe he has the double bend in the knee. Does he have real feet? Let me see. Yes, he does have real feet. So that's the World Peacekeepers. I'm not going to go too much over him because he's like something that you could just buy and see. These other ones I really had to piece together. So now I'm going to go over Jake first. Now let's get Jake out, and then we're gonna check out his body and everything. So if you look close enough, you'll notice that Jake's body does not fully match him, and the clothes he has on don't truly fit. So his whole outfit is from, is this gonna focus? Sorry guys, my camera's been all over the place. Okay, nope, still not focusing. Okay, so these shoes are from Ken, and I believe these pants are like some pants I just found online. I don't know, this shirt might not be from Ken, but I know these shoes are Ken shoes, and they barely fit him. So like I had to really stuff his feet in there, and his feet come off. So we're gonna look at that. Okay, and look at these feet. Look at the sculpting detail, yup, that went into these feet. They look like real dirty man feet, and they're actually freckled. I don't know if you guys are going to notice that, or if my camera's going to allow you to see it. And this is the bottom. The bottom isn't as detailed as the top, but you can see they put a lot of detail in the top. It's veins and everything. So this body, it's been a year or so. I want to say it ranged between $25 to $35. And just a disclaimer, this is an adult channel, so it will be dull nudity in this video. Just get prepared. I'm warning you now. So another interesting thing, when you're looking for a body, it was very, very hard for me to find his exact color, because you know online sometimes the filters that people put on pictures don't match. So I want to say I went through one other body I sent back because I told the owner it didn't match, and you know, not to blame them, but the filter they had on their picture kind of, you know, this one also is not a perfect match, but it matches better than that other one. So the interesting thing about this body, and I guess this what some people will call a Phicen doll, it's anatomically correct, and it's really shaded. So I'm trying to get him to stand up on here. It's shaded in a way, let's see. It's shaded in a way so that it kind of looks like human skin. So you see it has the bone detail going down. You can see it does have nipples and things like that. It also has muscle definition, and you can also see where some of those joints are You can see the joint there, but you can see where they put the veins and everything in his body to really give that detail, leading up to the hands that do have nails, but they're not necessarily colored in. Okay, and you can see his hair is shaded. It's like blondish leading down to a darker blonde. His ears, you can see they put shading in the ear so that it kind of looks like human skin, like he's blushing, not blushing, but the blood vessels bursting under the skin, so you can actually see them. It's a reddish tone there. He does have a little bit of not actually shave lines, but you can see where there would be shave where he was shaving. I want to see if I can get into his eyes again for you guys. Yes, so look, you can see his eyes are blue. They actually have the red, I don't know if my camera's gonna get it, but they have the stress detailing in his eyes. His eyes are glossed over, so it gives you very much so a human detail. That's why when I got him, I wanted a very, who makes this? Let's see, who is this by? It says World Box. So if that helps anyone, it says his body is by World Box. And the head, I just found randomly. I would not know, but you can see that he has the bend in his arm. He has the double bend in his leg, and I'll show you some articulation for anyone who's interested. So the legs do bend up like that, so you can do some bending. His foot is on a ball joint. The only thing about his limbs, I'll say, is that if I want to use him for a short film, I have to have him on a stand, because for some reason, I don't know what it is, his feet will invert themselves like this on their own and make him like kind of pigeon-toed on his own. So it makes it difficult to try to get him to stand and stuff, because with feet with shoes on, it makes it a little bit harder. So yes, the skin is a little bit of a mismatch, but I thought it was, you know, sort of kind of close, you know. So now we're gonna move on to this guy. I should give him a name since Jake has a name. Let's call him Sean. So this is Sean. So Sean has a different body. Oh my god, and I have history with that too. Sean is also wearing a pair of, I think, old school Ken shoes. I had to find some shoes that would fit them. These honestly aren't Ken. These aren't Ken. These are some line that I bought off of eBay. You see that for this is Ken. So his shoes were, I told you, his were made by Ken, but his is just some shoes that I found off of eBay. And you can see his feet came completely off. That happens all the time. Because when I put his shoes on, if you guys can see, come on Cam, yes. So when I put his shoes on, his foot is like completely stuck in there now. And I could work to get it back out, but it's going to be too much of a hassle. So yes, his foot, let me see if I can get this one out, because I want you guys to see the feet too, but it might just be stuck in there. I need to get him some different shoes, but he doesn't fit any of the other shoes. Yes, so I'm not going to be able to get his feet out. Sorry about that, but I'll show you the rest of him. And his body is quite different than Jake's body. So Sean does still have the double bend in the knee, but you'll notice his body is way smoother. His body actually looks like a doll. And it actually does not match his skin tone, but I needed a body that could support his, yes, we're about to get into the robotics of it all. I feel like I'm teaching a robotics course. So look, how can I back up? Yes, okay, perfect. So his body is definitely Mr. Robotnik. As you can see, his body is flooded with joints and things like that, which makes him very flexible. His feet and hands are something I had to buy separately. I think the body came, but oh no, the body came and these hands and feet were separate. So you just have to put those on. Now, the first time I ordered him his first body, it came kind of like Jake's. It came with the head attached. But the creator or the artist who made this head for me, he attached the whole thing together. So that's kind of why I put him in collar shirts, because it'll kind of hide how long that neck piece is, because it is quite long. And this is the closest I could get to his skin tone. Now I could do some more searching and find another one, but the bodies aren't cheap. $25 to $35. It's not cheap. And then I have to find a body that's completely hollowed for that neck piece. It would be different if I could just put a head on a peg, which is so easy for a lot of us to do. But I had to find one that could support that long neck piece. Now let's get a closer look into his face. Yes, I just think he is so adorable. You can see the blushing that they did. They have a very faint details of him shaving. His eyes are glossed out. Oh my god. And I love, if you look very close, you can see a hint of brown and a little green in his eyes. His eyebrows are feathered out. I love these kind of dolls because it gives you such a realistic look. You can see his ears are pronounced. They also did the shading inside of the ears. His neck even has shading. There's a little redder tone right there. I love what these artists do, and I don't mind. You know, I was so surprised that these hit so cheaply. Someone told me before that they're secondary market heads. So someone said that brands like the ones I have are ripoffs of companies like Hot Toys or whatever like that. I don't really think they're ripoffs if someone's taking the time to create them, but I think it didn't come on the body or whatever that it would probably come with if it was, you know, whatever. But I just wanted to come and make this video because people were asking, you know, oh my god, you know, what about those figures, those humanoid figures? So these are the humanoids. Yeah, his hands don't. If I wanted to take this off, yeah, I would have to take his whole hand off. Yep. So the world peacekeepers are basically like action figures. But I do think the world peacekeepers are more detailed than some other dolls when it comes to facial features. So, yeah, I would have to get him hands. That's the only thing about doll customizing. Like, if anyone who's watching this ever gets into it, it's almost like you have to buy everything. Unless you're creative enough to know how to create everything yourself. You have to buy everything separately, so it ends up getting kind of expensive if you're trying to, you know, create more human dolls. But overall, I want to thank everyone who's watched this video, especially if you got up to this point. Whose face sculpt do you think is the most handsome? Do you think it is N7? I forgot his name. Do you think it's Jake? Do you think it's Mr. World Peacekeeper? Or do you think it's Sean? Who do you think has the best face? I'm not going to go into bodies. Honey, I need to give everyone here a new body, honestly. Well, maybe not Jake's, but the other guys could definitely use a new body. Yada, 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 yada. Once again, I want to thank everyone for watching. Like, share, subscribe. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning to my channel, hey boo. And I will see you on my next video. Bye. Let me know what you guys thought about this, and let me know if you want to see more of my doll collection, because I also have females. I also have Integrity Toys. I have, you know, Mattel, Hasbro, MGA. I have pull-ups, you know. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll bring it to the table. You know me. Now, I'm about to get these guys redressed. Yes. See you. Bye.
Yeah.